The Phoenix programme is our local intervention for children, young people and adults who are involved in serious violence where there's a group dynamic. It runs across Leicester and Leicestershire. So Phoenix, and I imagine it's the case for other focused deterrence programmes across the country, it's very resource intensive. If you want to do something properly, if you want to have a high level of programme fidelity, so sticking to those 3 core components, then it does take resource in terms of the design phase. That has to be quite detailed and carefully done. Also mobilising, but then really important, that ongoing commitment of resource. One of the complexities of focused deterrence is you're also negotiating resource from a number of different partner organisations that are really busy. And what I'd say about that, it's just so important to make sure that everybody's on the same page, that actually focused deterrence is needed and there's real kind of clarity and certainty of commitment to the resource that each agency will bring. To get people on board in relation to the focused deterrence model, it's really important to be super clear from day one about what it involves and try not to hide anything in relation to it. So we were really clear about we've got a shared aim, which is to reduce serious violence and make sure our communities are safer. And actually it's then about what do we need to do. And it was trying to get to that consensus where our absolute our priority and our preference is to support participants to desist from crime and serious violence and make sure we've got a really concrete, comprehensive offer of support. But actually we need to make sure communities are safe. So if someone isn't willing or feels that they can't engage in that, we do then need to make sure that we're deploying those enforcement and those disruption tactics. Getting buy-in from local partners, and we would always include communities within that partnership, is absolutely critical from day one. We know that serious violence is a really complex, multifaceted problem, so there is no way that a single agency can provide the solution, because those solutions come from all different parts of the local system and the national system as well. So it was really important from day one to make sure that there was a recognition that this was something that needed to be co-owned and we had to have joint responsibility for it. We started how we intended to go on with that. So right at the beginning, when we were first looking at whether or not the programme was needed, that was a multi-agency decision with communities centrally involved in that decision making. And then on an ongoing basis, we've made sure that the partnership is responsible for the delivery of the programme rather than one single agency. Inevitably, one partner does take a bit more of a lead role. In the case of our programme, it is the police, but we have a multi-agency governance structure which makes sure, and a multi-agency team, which makes sure that it's being delivered and managed by the whole partnership.